Happy Sunday to you guys. It's Purple here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Gonna have another Veigar game in the mid lane. This is around
30
kind of a
seconds until
platinum
minions
lobby.
spawn.
A little bit of gold sprinkled in, but the golds in the golds that are sprinkled in have a higher than average win rate. So it should be a good lobby. It has some interesting gameplay that should be coming up, honestly, because the jungle matchup compared to what they have is so volatile. So I'm expecting a lot of early game
Minions have spawned.
action. I don't know what I'm going to really respond to. As to the majority of it will be intensely situational. But facing a electrocute, ignite, Qiyana. So same rules apply. It's a melee assassin. I want to stay healthy, poke when I can, and make sure I don't miss CS. I was kind of hoping that I could auto her, not only for the first strike, but also to grab the attention of the caster minions so I can kind of pull them closer. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I'm going to enjoy a slow push here. My buttons are down, Qiyana's buttons are up. I respect that to a certain degree. But I do have a very nice thick wave here. I accept this trade humbly because Qiyana is taking out all the minions. So we come out about halfway. But he wanted a tank, and with a wave that big, I kind of don't mind taking the trade. Mostly because I get to shove a quick tower out of this. Okay. So the double assassins came up and ganked. I got the blue buff there. Takes a criminally long time for me to get there with this teleport. But I'm gonna go tier first because Archangel Staff gives a very nice shield and it scales me nonetheless into it. But it was a very well executed gank by the jungler and the mid laner. Actually makes me curious. Okay, nope. They're not a duo or anything. They're just two fluid players. It's not really easy gank because there's two assassins. I usually don't see echoes doing transition ganks like that. Especially in a situation to where I also have an Elise. So, in my opinion, Veigar and Elise's buttons are stronger bursting down one person than Echo and
An ally has been slain. You have slain
So
an enemy.
that's really good, right? Qiyana was missing CS that entire time. So that's the only, and I mean only, reason why I was accepting the trade. Because no matter what, on the net positive, I'm winning. Because it gets to a certain point to where Qiyana, she can't rush pure offensive items against Veigar, especially when she's trading one for one like that and losing CS and experience. So I will get to the point to where
An
she'll try to
ally has
burst me
been
down,
slain.
but I actually counter burst her down unless she wastes her money on defensive
An enemy
items
has been
like
slain.
Edge of Night and all that good stuff, etc., etc. Get some damage on me here.
Double kill.
That was a great trade by her. I think that me one for wanting the trade with her has really really kind of like hyped up her
Ally has been slain.
aggression. Yeah. Just letting Elise know because I have an early game jungler. I'm not gonna usually mutter this off to any other jungler, but because it's Elise like um, high aggro lanes that are cause for easy ganks. So I'm just letting um, a jungler like her know. Hey, mid is exactly what you would want when it comes for like
An
ganking
enemy
and stuff
has
like
been
that.
slain.
Like if you pull through, you'll probably get action and it won't be a waste of your time. I have noticed that the Elise is really excited about the bot lane, which is interesting considering that the bot lane is actually not. Wow, that Q range was awful. Huh. Letting Elise know that whatever she's doing is a bad idea
Rampage.
because Qiyana's coming, and that there's already an Echo in the bot lane,
Shut
so
down.
it's probably not the best idea to go down there. But yeah, this is what it
An
like
ally
knowing your
has
win
been
con looks
slain.
like, because the Elise, our bot lane is not our win con. Our mid to top scaling is good win con, and because we have an Elise wants to enable that and leverage that. If she can accelerate us into actually scaling up faster, then it would be the best. 1 in 3 improvements. Yeah. So this type of attitude, this is the type of attitude that isn't gonna do you anything in the gamer world. You'll catch more L's faster than you can comprehend if you do stuff like that. So I'm not gonna do that. No one wants a teammate like that. Again, that's not good for the community. I usually report stuff like that. If your first step onto Summoner's Rift with your team is to flame and belittle them, um, after no one has like reciprocated that sort of attitude toward you, then you're not a sportsmanlike player. No one wants you on their team in that respect if that's all you're gonna do. Especially if you're not playing towards WinCon, if you're not trying to excel your gameplay, anything like that. The Qiyana's mastery shows herself, basically. Very good Qiyana player. She was very, very good. I'm trying to get a Q here. No. That melee minion died before I knew it. But yeah, she's got the hubris. She's got everything that she wants. She just wants to go, 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 go. Every second of the lane, she wants to trade. She wants to give me love. She wants to hurt. And the Elise, I'm not sure what the angle is, but the Elise is doing everything in her best ability to ignore this threat. And now she's a powerhouse, and that can't be stopped. So, what Elise needs to do is to stop going for objectives, stop going to the bot lane, and she needs to kind of focus up on the top or the mid here. If she wants to turn around, it's completely up to her, right? Because Echo essentially did everything that he needed to do to get this person ahead, and I could have swore I. Is this not? Oh, that's me pings. Riot, come on, me. We both know better from the bait hook ping that if you don't mute all communication, that you're still gonna get flamed through the ping system. I don't know. Riot thinks like, oh yeah, for getting them for verbal will definitely make it to where even if they get reported for verbal, that will keep their pings up because they're totally not gonna abuse that and twist that. So I'm trying to stay as spaced as I can. Qiyana hurts with everything. I'm technically not safe even under tower because she's so strong at this point that she can full burst me, no problem. So I'm trying my best to ping Elise in. show everybody that Qiyana is on the map. And for some reason, people are not like spacing away from her. There's always one teammate that seems to gravitate toward that, and that's not good, right? You want to acknowledge the assassin, but then not like feed into it, right? So I'm gonna go over here to the Elise to try to help her out. Can't do too much. Space that. I'm gonna dump here. She wants to do the flash play, but I'm not gonna give it to her. This is a random campfire Amelia. Again, Amelia should be ball lane. Amelia should not be helping us at all. Because again, they're monsters. So unless he's a tank, then sure, by all means, come over and do your thing. But if you're a utility kind of like that, it's dangerous to roam on double assassins, because they can just you'll add on to the pile of bodies that the assassins are about to create. So you want to be very careful there. Again, I'm not safe under my tower, so the moment this wave crashes in, if Qiyana walks up, I walk back, and I respect this. But just from the initial turnout of it, not kind of my. I wasn't expecting to get completely abandoned and then flamed by my Elise jungle, especially when the win con wasn't bot lane, but then Elise in turn camped the bot lane, and correctly got crushed because of it. But because she's flaming and okay, that must have been perspective.
An enemy has
She
been
definitely
slain.
looked like she got caught by the thing there. So I want to hug away, throw a Q. Same concept still applies. I space, I do my full thing. She has to use flash in order to do anything crazy. And I'll just respect it by you doing the flash way out. She's low enough where I can combo her, so she's gonna respect it. So we're doing this little back and forth game. If the Qiyana builds Edge of Night, it's kind of Dunskies for me. A good little kill there. Again, Elise is not a win con. I'm a win con. Elise is just an enabler, right? She wants to get heavy snowballs with her early pressure. So me getting the kill there is definitely what the team needs. I'm going to opt in for just 3 points in my W for at ease of farming the waves. And then I'm going to max up my E for maximum CC. I don't see a ward I can really get to. There's no ward, so just going to continue on my path.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Or grab a Farsight totem because it's easier to track the enemy safely from your lane with a Farsight. Trying to tag her. I just need one Q to hit Qiyana, and then I could do a flash QR and hopefully get that shutdown. Getting a shutdown on Qiyana would be probably the most desirable thing here. I try to be a little bit cheeky with the cage there because I know Echo's auto attack spacing teleports him directly to where I am. So as long as I hug the cage there, he can't technically hit me without getting stunned. I knew that my R was coming up. I knew that the Q was coming up. I was going to kill him. But the Qiyana had the wraparound from the wall anyway. But they're doing a really good job, the assassins, of recognizing that they don't want to put all their eggs in the basket of bot lane. Kind of like my Elise was doing. They're recognizing their other threats on the enemy team other than the obvious Mundo top. That'll definitely be their reckoning later on as he scales up. But just to making sure that Veigar mid doesn't scale up, doesn't get too powerful, and they can get their kills. Again, she's roaming like a monster. She basically has full control of the map because not many people can walk to her, and she's going to get every single kill that she can get under the sun. Obviously, if you're the jungle, you want to focus on your win con, top, mid. And if you're a support in this situation, trying to support this type of stuff, again, don't roam. but keep your vision close to your chest, and then always make sure that you have vision above, so at the Krug and at the Try, and if you feel like you're bleeding up through that, you know, like you're slow pushing or whatever, just back off and pray that the enemy team doesn't freeze the lane wave, you know, because you want it to bounce back. But whatever you do, do not walk up because you'll die. Sitting there and twiddling your thumbs doesn't feel good, but it is the correct play, because if you walk up to shove, you'll die anyways. If your jungler notices this, they may come down to save you if the enemy team is indeed freezing the wave. But other than that, there isn't much you can do to get gameplay like that. You just have to respect it. And if you're an ADC, obviously, freeze your lane the best you can. But, yeah, Mundo's being a beast, which is good. Please, unfortunately, not shot down. I don't want to forfeit here, right? Definitely don't want to forfeit. Want to help out the Mundo. Again, I'm probably never going to roam bot lane. If I see Qiyana go bot, I'm probably going to go top. Because again, win con. Win con, win con, win con. My bot lane could get absolutely slaughtered and, you know, do no damage. But as long as I know that we have a strong Mundo, a strong Veigar, we have good CC, like peel, like traps, Melia kick, good heals, cleanses, we'll do okay. It's not going to be so bad. See that Qiyana died, which is good. You know, that shutdown gold went to our Caitlyn. Wait. She only had 136. A 9-1 Qiyana had 136 gold shutdown. Trying to wrap my brain around that one. That one's a little tough to accept. But I gotta fight over farm a little bit. Just throwing in my poke where I can. Get a nice little cheeky poke on that. I was hoping I could get the enhanced Q on the hero for a double stack. I'm trying to get as much good stuff as I possibly can. There's nothing to really chase here because it's a pinch actually. It's kind of like a booby trap. You don't want to get near that. Again, booby trap. You know that they're there. You know they have vision. The support would have to wrap around the far end and clear out that side, but he didn't. He stuck to mid lane, so you have to respect and walk away. The only camp up was your Hugs. No.
Shut down.
So yeah, Qiyana being a little silly. Don't know where the overconfidence comes from, but I guess she just feels like it's okay to die like that, which I would argue against, obviously, because you're giving me money to win the game. I want to win the game, and of course they don't know this, right? They haven't a clue.
An ally has been slain.
But, you know, no one ever knows truly at the end of the day what enemy wants to truly win the game and what enemy is trying to forfeit. If everyone's playing according to what we all vow to with the conduct on sportsmanship in League of Legends. So they don't know that Elise really wants to give up and all that good stuff. Unless she's all chatted, then that makes it even more reportable. But yeah. Gonna get this flyer back off. because again, it's unsafe. Wow, everyone just did a scry. Do something like this. Oh. The TP's a little ambitious here about the Mundo, but it is very pleasant to see a welcomed face. Hopefully at least doesn't get one shot here. At least need to really wait that out. Let Mundo enjoy his pressure and force options out of the enemy, and then at least can catch where she may find a vulnerability. But she kind of rushed all of her buttons for no reason with no information, and they just got a very easy dunk on her. That's a very smooth back. Like right here. But slowly but surely we're outscaling the enemy. Qiyana and Echo, they'll have to get, again, as long as Echo isn't getting a Banshee's Veil, and as long as Qiyana isn't getting an Edge of Night, we will win the game. Like, no question. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. Until they buy those items, that's when things get kind of slippery. I think I don't teleport here. I think I walk. Because Kaylin is kiting the right way. However, Millie did split himself off.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Mundo is Mundoing. So I don't want to go behind Mundo. I want to stay on this side. I just want to walk with Mundo. Just want to walk.
Killing spree.
Kind of sucks that Mundo didn't let me nibble on that. I can't support him any further because I don't have the cage. I'm also trying to just kind of get this farm evened up because I know he's going to be shoving the next wave. But we need to dip. Unless Qiyana gets caught. Gotta space the wall for the R. So Mundo wants this. I'm gonna humor him. But again, he does not have an ADC. He's saying attack the target at the icon while I'm targeting the icon. Again, my autos are 44 damage, so I'm not going to humor autoing the Otacon. I'm just going to hit it with my abilities. Yep, gonna use this big guy as my leverage. He's my cavalry. Kind of stomps out the. Oh man, he's about to get swarmed. Okay, no, he backed up. Coolio. But so far, so good. We are fully recovered from the early game shenanigans and the jungler's unpleasant posture. Because no matter the attitude, despite the disadvantages, as long as you keep playing to win, you'll surprisingly find more dubs than losses in your ranked history. If that's what you want to do, climb. If you're a casual gamer, or you casually play League, then this shouldn't ever concern you, right? Because you'll just play a for fun game mode, or you should be playing casuals. You shouldn't be playing competitive in the first place. That was personal. So, again, that's a good showcase of the Seraph's Embrace. You got a highly fed Qiyana with a 3-item spike, and she goes all in, hits me with everything, and she ignites, and I walk away. I walk away aggravated, but alive to be aggravated. So, that's why we get the item. And we don't get something like Hourglass. You don't want Hourglass. Hourglass is silly in this matchup because the cooldowns on her kit, just other than her R, are so low that if you dodge Arizona's one ability, she will simply just have a free engage to hit you with the others after you get out of the said Zonias. You don't want Zonias, because Zonias holds you still, and most mages know that it is very unpleasant and uncomfortable to be around assassins when you're being held still. My next item will probably be Shadow Flame. I'm not going to go into tank items. I simply want to account for it. They are not buying the suit. Hex Drinker is a bad item here. Hex Drinker. Caitlyn's also kiting really well. Good kill by the Amelia. Very, very good. Nice. Pulled that through. Amelia did very, very well there with the kite. Amelia's backing, I'm backing. Oh, Amelia, stop backing. As I say, if I got Amelia on my side, I'm kind of confident walking out. Because there's not much that Echo can burst out. So he's giving me a bit more love with Campfire to speed up this process while I have the buff on me to get that. At least he's going after a kill here. I'm going to be going after this CS. Obviously not in range nor mobility to catch up to the spider, because 8 legs are obviously faster than 2. And Qiyana's gonna get kind of caught out here. I was following the assassin a little bit too long, and even for Milio and stuff. And yeah, he's gonna get flashed on and killed. Finding that pocket sucks. There's no vision in this push. Probably our push Mundo is doing what the name implies. If she could, I don't know, his recall is going to be defended by the. We're getting there. We are slowly but surely getting there. Oh my goodness.
Ally has been slain.
Just trying to give as much breath for Mundo as possible.
Rampage.
He's getting there.
Double kill. Self-defending my other win con with my TP. You notice that the moment I TP'd, Qiyana immediately started posturing in a language that was hesitant. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I think I'm thinking Mundo made the right call, but I kind of thought we could cheese out the Qiyana. I hit the cage. All Mundo had to do was dick down, throw a max range cleave because he was well within range, and just nail her and she would have died.
Enemy killing spree.
But he wanted to get out a little bit faster there in that situation, even though we don't really lose. Again, if he stayed, we could still win. I don't think Mundo saw that there. Mundo not using his full Warmong's power. Because if he's soloing, sure, he would need his ult. But if he has someone like me next to him in his pocket, he doesn't got to worry about too much. He's got a nice cage. He's got crazy burst damage. Anybody that finally does get low gets executed. We were totally safe there, as long as we remained teammates. But he backed off. He did not realize that if he backed off without leading his teammate, that it was going to result in his teammate's death. Cheeky little chump play. Our Mundo goes down though, so no jungler, and we don't have a top laner, so we don't get the. God. I was gonna say we don't get the Drake, but now I'm kind of still on the tension. So we do not want this Drake because we can't get it, right? We don't want it because we can't get it, and I'm saying we can't get as in they will walk over and kill us and then promptly grab the Drake. But as long as we don't die, then they also can't grab the Drake. Oh man, Qiyana, if the air Drake was not the element on that. Cool, yeah. Just a TP. Alright. That Mundo TP was a bit troll. No, not gonna lie. That I was expecting him to play pretty good, and I trusted it. But him doing that was just silly by the Mundo. But whatever. He wants to add extra steps. That's fine. So GG. So you can see, even though they had a good early game and they had a jungler that was blowing up, you just gotta stick to your win con and you win. Simple as that.